Bob, you've played a 1-0 match with Charlotte, and now a scoreless match with Tampa at the top of the, for a top of the table match. Are games getting more tense, getting more, you guys are starting to tighten things up a little bit in the back? Is that a good sign?
We were good tonight in the back, there was a few loose moments, but we're pretty good, they're an explosive team. You're bringing Gonzalez and Lucky McIntyre and those types of players on the field, John Eckler. We had, I think, good execution for the most part. We held a lot of the ball, which we knew we'd have to. They're fresh. They didn't play over the weekend. So, it's tough. We come in here banged up some. A lot of guys playing their fourth game in a short window, like Kenny and Dixon and some of the defenders, and they had to hold their concentration and put a lot of energy in to defend properly. Obviously they're a big team. Every recent start is a challenge. Steven Dos Santos is a handful, and he's in the box. So there was a lot there that we had to do early in the game. We weathered it and started to find a rhythm. And to me, we got balls in good positions, past their midfield line with space. Had numbers, we just didn't execute as well as I would have liked. I thought we had them on tilt enough times to get something out of it, and that's, we got to keep getting better at that. But we played the game out the way we felt we needed to. We play them one more time here, and hopefully we're a little bit fresher, and obviously we want to win at home. We're not thrilled with the draw, but this was a game where I think they felt they're on pretty good form. They're starting to come out of it, and they're getting healthy. Where they really jumped on us early, and I think thought they could come in here and push us around. And, I think the response from our guys was good. That was important to see. You are right. Every game now is a 6-point swing potentially, and they're divisional games. And our job in these next 4 games, Atlanta, and the 3 games in a week where we play Hartford, New York, and San Antonio on the road, is to grind and get as many points as we can and stay in around the top, and then you're going to have 8 games in the final quarter of our season to deliver the goods and secure our playoff position. But I'm proud of the guys tonight. It was one of our better performances in terms of, look, we don't always play that patient, sometimes we play at a faster tempo, but when you're looking at 8 games in less than a month, we have to manage that. And with the injuries, I see a team that is adapting and showing signs of being able to manage games, dictate games. That's growth, It wasn't a fluke that we were 2-0 up on Miami. That's the one that got away, and hopefully we're not, but look, we did what we wanted to do. Unfortunately, didn't get the result tonight, but I think there's positives to take out of these games. And I said to the guys, look, coming back from Charlotte, on a 2-game slide, our job is to try to get 2 wins here. But I'd probably take 4, and I said the tie tonight means, Sunday. Atlanta's playing well, but that needs to be a game we fight hard to get the 3 points, and we're always trying to get 3 at home. But I think if we can do that, give us a little momentum before we go to Hartford.
Can you speak a little bit on David's play? I feel like he's such a quality player, especially
It was good tonight. He made a good play in the first half of the punch. He had a big save in the second half. Thought his feet were pretty good. He was in some tight spots, and he was able to get it clear enough. we do a lot in traffic. We did a lot yesterday in traffic because we knew there'd be chaos. And a lot of our training yesterday was what it looked like the first 10 minutes when we get in corners and we pinned into our own beat. So, he's a smart keeper and, in general make the big saves. And we needed it tonight. Look, it's a game could have gone either way. But we carried a little more of the game and played the game more on our terms. But they're dangerous, and we didn't have a lot of looks or a lot of opportunities. So the score, it's not a surprise that it ended level. But I think we can build off of this, and that's the job now. Is okay. We didn't lose ground there, and show up on Sunday trying to get 3 goals.
You've coached the most games for the Riverhounds now. Do you feel like you've been able to build a culture in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, listen, I think I'd like to think that we've changed the mindset of what our expectations are. I think culture takes time, and I don't think it's teams, it's organizations, there's a lot that goes into that. Hopefully we've made a good start to that. But when you talk about the culture, you look at the Steelers or the Penguins winning championships. So we want to continue to develop that culture. But I think we've made some strides. But like I said, I think it's a massive word, and that's the aim, that's the goal. But I think we got to stay hungry, and it's easy to say, oh, we did this, and it's always the next game. We look great, culture great. It doesn't count for much if you show up Sunday and don't perform well. And the reality is we have a lot of work to do this season. I'm proud of the fact that we've been in the playoffs all 3 years. Our job in the tough division is to make sure we get back there, preferably with home games and at the top of our division. But you got to keep doing that over and over, and that's how a culture eventually is grown or solidifies. And I think the guys are doing it. Other players have done it in other years, and hopefully we're starting something that in 5 years you're looking at where we are as an organization. Choreopolis built and all these other things, hopefully it's not only that the culture is strong, but we've taken a massive step forward in the market as well.
Bob, just some thoughts about your tactics and strategy tonight, using Alex wide and Ezra getting another start, and just kind of bringing Danny and Anthony into the mix when they didn't start the game before. It seemed like they were pretty fresh today. Just your thoughts on your tactical approach tonight.
We got good energy from those two. Anthony's one of our best possession players, and we need, and he got rid of the ball. They don't give you much time. If you start dribbling, they're physical. They get a bump in. You dribble, you lose the ball. The ball's got to move faster. And, Danny Rivera can play anywhere. And, I thought his energy up high, helping press, disrupt things. We found outlets to him. He spun out of trouble. And, normally he's playing wing back or a little bit deeper in the midfield. But we knew we wanted his energy in there around Russell. It felt like there were some moments we almost broke him in the first half as well, where, we're getting, Kenny and Anthony did a good job of finding the game. I think the backs did a good job playing, but they needed to get balls into the midfield, and they needed to break lines, and they were able to get enough of the ball, switch it through Danny Griffin, and the minute they were finding the game, we were able to release Dixon and Ezra into higher positions. Dixon is he's a good soccer player, and you put him in the midfield sometimes, he's not always going to get it going forward. But look, love to have 4 of them. sprinkle them all around.
Yeah.
I thought he was good. I think we could have gotten a little more from the left side. Although, Ezra for his second start against Tampa Bay in a top of the table clash, I don't have complaints. He's athletic. He does a pretty good job defensively. He can still get better there. He likes to go forward. I actually thought he was more conservative than we wanted him to be. I thought we should have taken even the second half. As we're going. But that's sometimes when you have some injuries, other guys have to step up. Todd Wharton comes in, finds the game, then go play as a center back. He's just a smart player. It would have been nice to have him start tonight, but tactically we knew we'll have him off the bench. And, you got to have fresh players contribute. I think, as Dover comes back healthy, Tom Judge was starting to do some of the things that Ezra's doing. He's a really good athlete, on loan from Nashville. Jalen will come back. Robinson, Pete was injured right now, so he's going to be out for a significant amount of time. And, they didn't make it back. So we're looking at the market for an extra forward, just to have more options. Look, we passed the ball better in the final third. We created plenty of good goal scoring chances. We broke them down and had them in space. And some of it now is if we can play through a team, we will get guys on the end and stuff, and we will execute. That's something that this team has already showed. We can be explosive when we're playing. What we can't do right now, Dika could bail us out sometimes with long balls and flick or hold. He would give us that presence if we were a little more direct. But with him out, it's got to be a little bit more connecting through the lines. But I think we're growing. It's hard. It's disappointing not to get a result today. But we're realistic and told them, look, good job. Fought for each other. You focused the entire game. It was overall a pretty good performance. If we can get a little cleaner with the final pass and a little bit more aggressive when we had spaces with playing in front, that needs to be the dynamic runs. That final third, killer instinct, it evaded us a little today, and it's been good at times this year, and sometimes it's not quite where we want it, and I think but we're a lot more sophisticated. We weren't capable of managing a game against a team like Tampa even 5 games ago. I think we've made a lot of strides just in the last 3 games against Miami, Charlotte, and now Tampa. And I think we're starting to turn some of these tight games into wins in our favor.
Good. All right. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.